I'm Amaya Adams, and I will be giving you guys tips on being a mindful listener. I hope your ears are ready because we're going to be learning about listening while listening. This topic is so important because you can't expect others to listen to you and genuinely hear you if you cannot do the same in return. You may think you're listening, but the question is, are you hearing? I work in a field where I'm constantly surrounded by other people, making listening very crucial and important to my job, and giving my full undivided attention to someone. I have learned to become a better listener and communicator through learning to be observant, and I will be including mindful listening tips reviewed by psychology professionals. Moving on to hearing versus listening. Hearing is defined as the physiological ability to perceive the presence of sounds and environment according to Essential Communications textbook, page 65. On the other hand, listening is defined as paying attention to a message to hear it, understand it, and physically or verbally respond to it. Therefore, hearing and listening are not the same. On to the next part, here are some tips for mindful listening. According to mindful.org, I have found the HEAR practice. Halt. Halt whatever you are doing and offer your full undivided attention. Enjoy. Enjoy a breath as you choose to receive what is ever being is communicated to you, unwanted or wanted. Ask. Ask yourself if you really know what they mean, and if you don't, ask for clarification. Instead of making assumptions, being openness and curiosity to the interaction. You might be surprised at what you discover. Reflect. Reflect back to them what you heard because it lets them know that you understand and listen to what they told you. The HEAR practice is a good tool to use in conversations. When you converse, halt and give your undivided full attention to the other person. Enjoy and just listen. Don't simply listen to respond. Listen simply to listen. According to mindful.org. It's definitely not easy to put this to use. Trust me, I know. All we need is a little practice each and every day. And first step to doing this is discovering our weaknesses and our strengths when it comes to communication. Now on to our listening strategies. For example, you may have trouble focusing on the conversation at hand because you have internal or external distractions such as technology, and it's best to simply just tell this to the other person so they know, and simply ask them, can you please give me a couple of seconds to put away my distractions such as phones? Because the first step to be present in the conversation is to put away all distractions, if applicable. We can slowly change our bad habits one step at a time. Lastly, we'll be talking about why being a good listener is important. Listening is needed in all aspects of life, from relationships to jobs. Learn to become a better listener allows you to be better at understanding others. If you're not a good listener in relationships, you can't expect others in your circle to give you the same in return. The easiest thing you could do in a relationship when all else fails is listen. In conclusion, put use into hearing and listening and hear. When someone approaches you and you agree to have a conversation with that person, keep in mind that if you are actively distracted by anything else, you are not present in that conversation, internal or external. But don't forget to give yourself permission to feel in tune with your feelings and how you feel about that conversation at hand. That is how you be mindful. And lastly, I want to leave you guys off on this anecdote of mine from when I was in 6th grade. I had this teacher and she told our class, our 6th grade class, because there's a lot of fighting in middle school, and she told us, the problem with this generation is that, and when you're in arguments, you're just thinking about what you're going to say next. You're not listening to what the other person is saying. You're just, I'm going to say this after they finish. I'm going to say this. Which is why we need to listen, not listen to respond. Thank you for listening.